my cherished ducklings. I'm Peri Lyons, and you are you, which is the best thing you can be. My eyebrows are a little. I did my makeup really fast because I got completely distracted making soap for my friends today. And okay, hold on. There. And I was going to show you my beautiful soap that I made because it's gorgeous, but but it's in the kitchen and I'm fine. Nothing to see here. So last week we were talking about Mercury retrograde. I'm going to interrupt myself for a second, as usual, and say hello to all my friends and watchers and viewers and listeners because I love you. I do. You're so awesome. I also have, sorry from the eyeshadow, like no makeup on. So no sculpted cheeks, nothing, which is good. Authenticity. What was I going to say? Oh, yeah, last week I couldn't make it because um, Mercury retrograde. We're going to have a little talk about Mercury retrograde because I think it might explain some of the stuff that's been going on in your life and certainly in my life. Now, when there's something Mercury does, it doesn't actually go backwards because planets kind of don't do that. Or if they do, like they get arrested by the planets. But Mercury does something in its orbit where it's called Mercury retrograde. And it happens for about 3 weeks, about 4 times a year. And for some reason, this last Mercury retrograde, which we're still in until like day after tomorrow, has been unbelievably intrusive, difficult, and ornery. What happens during Mercury retrograde is communications break down, travel breaks down, and I'm not just making this up. I found out that this happens. Anything to do with communication, anything to do with travel, with like, well, the Greek god Mercury represented messages. So anything that is conveyed from one place to another is kind of ruled by Mercury retrograde. Also, never buy a computer or an appliance or anything like that during Mercury retrograde, because what happens is bad things. So, well, I was going to talk about this last week or week before, I can't remember. But what happened was all the Wi-Fi went down at my producer's studio, which is a very, very Mercury retrograde thing. And then Monday, I was all set up to go with my great friend Elizabeth Grace. You've heard me talk about her. She and Madeline Aslan are the 2 best astrologers in the United States. And Elizabeth is amazing. She does political astrological forecasts, which I highly recommend. Anyway, I was going to go meet her in Washington for a couple of days of hanging out and looking at pandas and cherry blossoms and all sorts of Oriental beautiful things. And so I'm on my way to the train, and because I'm in Annapolis right now. On the way to the train, I get a text from Amtrak saying power lines are down and on the tracks, so trains are delayed. I'm like, okay, no problem. I'm going to go take the bus. So I went into Annapolis and I waited for the Flix bus, which is like a bus to Washington. And it never arrived. So I'm like, okay, I can still take Amtrak. Maybe they fixed it. So I looked at their site. Everything seemed to be fine. Fine, I tell you. But I got into the Uber to go to the station, and about halfway through, I get a text saying, oops, the lines are down again. And there's probably a cow there somewhere. Okay, the cow is fictional, but the lines were down. They said, your train's been canceled, and we're all just going to go home and take a nap because, frankly, this has been too much for us. So I had to call my friend and say, like, I guess for some reason God or Mercury or my late Aunt Thelma didn't want me to go to Washington. And I didn't wind up going, so I sent Elizabeth flowers today, though. So that's my Mercury retrograde story. So usually Mercury retrograde it's minor, but the last 2 times it's come around for me, it's been like the planet Mercury has knocked on my door. I've very kindly let it in. give it a big cup of coffee, and it looks around, says, "Nice place you have here," and takes a big poop in my rug. Not literally, that would be weird, but just about. Okay, we're going to do the psychic tarot weather. The psychic tarot weather is where I draw 3 cards without picking them beforehand, because that would be cheating. And it just happens to work this way. If you're listening or watching or just passing through a room where this is on the TV, and shame on you, should be sitting down and watching it with full attention and possibly popcorn. But if you can hear this, it applies to you. It's kind of psychic weather. It's like regular weather, except less damaging to crops. Okay, with the first card, oh dear, the Fool card. This does not mean you're a fool. The Fool card, and I'm using the Crow deck because my cleaning people threw out all of my 500 tarot cards because they're very, very born again. I could have told them in prophets are mentioned in the Bible in both the Old and the New Testaments, but I don't think they could have heard it because they don't speak English. Anyway, so I was a little peeved. This card, the Fool card, is about it's a guy. Can you see it? It's a guy sort of stepping off a cliff. Oh, this is a Crow deck, so he's not there at all. I'm sorry. Let me take a deep breath and focus. Thank you. Been a bit of a crazy day. Okay, the Fool card is in the Rider-Waite deck, which is the deck you're used to seeing. It's a guy cheerfully stepping off a precipice, and he's got like a little bindle stiff, which is, that stick with like a little hobo bag tied at the end. That's called a bindle stiff. I'm the only person who knows that, I think, but now you do too. And he's got a little dog yapping at his side, and he's a major arcana card. His number is 0, and that's because he's the poor schmuck all the other cards happen to. But when you get this card, it usually means, a good card, you're starting a new journey. You're taking a step up in your frequency in your life, if you're not a radio, in your life, and you're sort of throwing caution to the winds. I hope not too much to the winds, but to the winds-ish. And you're starting just a new step up in a new journey. And it feels accurate for what's going on in the zeitgeist, German word for spirit of the world, what's going on right now. So, okay, what's the next card? Oh, look at this. Hermit card. Hermit card is interesting because it's not about being a hermit, although you're welcome to. But what the Hermit card is actually about is following your own truth and authenticity, no matter what. The reason he's a hermit is because authenticity doesn't always make you popular. People, because it makes you a little unpredictable. This is the reason actors don't like to share a stage with a child or an animal. If you didn't know that, actors don't. Because the child and the animal are always reacting from their own truth. And it's a lot more interesting and surprising and compelling than an actor who's just learned his lines and is saying those, unless he's a really good actor. The reason I say this is because when you live in your authenticity and you always speak your truth, it makes you a little unpredictable. And people sometimes don't like that. People like people that they can just put into a category and kind of forget about. But that's never going to be you. Never going to be me either. Woohoo! Okay. And then the last card. Oh, wow. I like this card. The Queen of Wands. Oops. Hold on a second. Queen of Wands card is usually, if it's a person, it's an Aries, Sagittarius, or Leo, woman or man, and it's Aries season. So happy birthday to all my Aries friends. Elizabeth Grace, Jennifer Bonner, and all my friends who are Aries. You guys are great and I love you. Okay. So the Queen of Wands is that kind of energy. Aries women are very truthful. They can be very outgoing. They're always fun. So the Queen of Wands is either that or you're activating a part of yourself, which is proactive, fiery, outgoing, sexy as hell, and That's what I feel. I feel like you're activated because it's Aries season right now. Either that or you're going to encounter a woman who has these qualities and she's going to add greatly to your life. Woo! Okay. Um, Feel free to call in. By the way, I'm staring at my phone like a lovesick teenager, waiting for you to call. I'm sorry, dear, what'd you say? Oh, Gina. I'm
Hi.
That's my producer, Dave. Dave forgot to put the name of the next caller up on the screen. Dave. But no, you didn't. I'm sure you didn't. But her name is Gina, and I can't wait to talk to her. Hi, Gina.
Hi.
Hello, sweetie. What a nice voice you have. So I like to connect people through their birthdays. When's your birthday?
March 20th, 19.
Oh,
Well, I
awesome.
won't say the year, but yeah.
I didn't hear the year, so you're ageless as far as I'm concerned. My birthday was the 18th. Happy birthday. So you're the
Happy
last day
birthday.
of Pisces, or else the first day of Aries. Do you identify as a
Right.
Pisces or an Aries?
I go as Pisces.
You and I are in the last 10 days of Pisces are the Scorpio decadent. So we tend to be kind of Scorpio-ish. us Pisces in the last week there, which means
Yeah.
we're strong-minded. We're still Pisces, so we're dreamy and ethereal and write good poetry and forget to do things. But we've also got that Scorpio intensity, which I can already tell you do. How can I help you?
I was just seeing if I don't know, maybe my son comes through, or just any general reading.
Okay. It feels like you've lost, I'm very sorry to say this, it feels like you've lost a couple people in the last 2 years. I mean, they died. It's not like they're behind the couch cushions. Is that true?
Yeah, it's been more like the past 5 years actually, but it's just yeah.
Um, so we can either get in touch with one of them, or I can give you a general reading about your life, your love, your career, your dog, whatever. Pick one.
Yeah, general love.
Okay, great. Okay, hold on. Where are you calling from, by the way? What state?
Denver, Colorado.
Oh, nice. I love Denver. I went to Sterling, Colorado, and saw the sugar beet factory. I was 8. Who knows why? I'll just tell you that. You're just the kind of person people tell things to. Okay, let me see what I'm getting. You know, I think you think you're in love or infatuated. But what you are is looking for a really compelling distraction. You're not in a relationship right now, are you?
It's complicated.
If it's complicated, it's not a relationship.
Right.
I'm old. And I've been around the block, and it was a big block. So unless the person you're with is making you know that you're wanted and appreciated and cherished and given chocolate and flowers to, I'd say skedaddle. I think this is what I was picking up,
Okay.
that I don't think this is a person for you. I'm sorry to be so blunt, but somebody awesome is coming along later. I mean, stay with this person if you want, but somebody awesome is coming along who will treat you like the goddess you are. And I don't know. Do you mind if I ask, man, woman, other? Who's the person you're interested in this sort of relationship with?
Man.
Okay. Man, sometimes I wish I wasn't heterosexual. Drives me crazy. Because that means I have to deal with men, the little deers. I love them, but it's like they take that 7 inches out of their brain and put it down. Anyway, just my opinion. Okay.
I have been saying that, I'm just done with men in the past like 3-4
I know,
weeks.
but
I've been just saying
you're just
I'm
straight.
done.
There's nothing we can do about it. So we might as well face it. And, men have many great qualities. Yeah, sometimes. So this guy, Is he is he very cute? Is he like hella attractive?
mm, I guess
Sexy? What?
in my
Sorry.
eyes, I guess he's all right.
'Cause I feel like you're attracted to him for reasons that well, I can't criticize anybody for dating a guy because he's really good looking because uh I'm actually very shallow. But you're not shallow, but there's some way in which you're sort of mesmerized by him. But I don't think you're in love with him. I think you have to trust
Mhm.
somebody more than you trust him in order to be in love. But I think he's good target practice. Um,
Yeah. Well,
I don't mean that literally. Sorry, this is a psychic show. True crime is on later. Um, um, but I just think that there's somebody who really appreciates you. And oddly, I think you're going to meet them at a place you don't usually go to, like scope out hot guys. I don't know if you go to church. Um, fine if you do, fine if you don't. It's like some sort of gathering where the emphasis is on spiritual. Um, so could be pagan, could be church, could be synagogue, could be human sacrifice. Oh no, that's not till Friday. Sorry. Um, oops, did I say that outside of my head? That's where you're going to meet the next person I see. Some sort of gathering. Um, or maybe by spirits, I mean a bar. No, I think it's actually what I said before. Um, are you kind of tall? Or is it
no,
what?
no.
Okay. Do you like tall guys? I'm just getting a tall guy.
Um,
You don't have to be tall.
I I haven't really dated tall men, but I have been talking to somebody that is tall.
Mm. I see a tall guy in your future. I'm 5'10". I just assume
Okay.
everybody's my height. I
Okay.
kill to be petite. Um, yeah, so that's what I'm seeing. I don't know. I'm and I don't mean to well, of course I do mean because I'm doing it, but I don't want to take responsibility for it. I don't, I'm not trying to diss your guy. I think he's got many good qualities. I just don't think he's deep enough for you. That's all. Maybe I'm wrong, but somebody's coming along in July anyway. So, does that answer your question?
I mean, I was just been feeling that same way. Like this guy is not the one for me. Like it's just kind of just a thing for now. But yeah, I think that was
You-
pretty all right.
What's that saying? People are in our life for a reason, a season, or a lifetime, or sometimes just overnight. That's fine too. Sorry, I'm definitely goofy today. Um, also, I don't think because you're very attractive. So there haven't been like long periods of time where you kind of been by yourself. Might be fun to do that for a month and a half. Other guy's showing up, I think July at the latest. So, take a little time off. Learn to crochet or whatever it is people do as hobbies. Um, Actually, you're quite artistic. It would be good for you to do something artistic as a hobby. I like you.
Yeah.
You're fun. Um, I guess yeah. There's somebody from the past, and they'll let you go. You're still not completely over. Sorry, I don't know why my timer keeps going off. Oh no, where'd you go? Hold on. Whoops, sorry about that. Um, Somebody from the past you're not completely over. You're kind of carrying them in a little chamber of your heart. Is that correct? I don't think you think about it all
I'm
the time. What?
I actually am friends with my ex, and I do like take him places and help him when he needs help, or vice versa. But he's just a friend. It's not like anything serious more than that because we were together for so long. It's just he's still my friend.
Oh, that's great. You're very mature. I guess that's what I meant. Because that kind of connection is what I want for you. Because he saw you. I mean, he got you. I want somebody who gets you. I don't think this guy does. So Um,
Okay.
I guess that's about it. You've also got some money coming in. Um, it looks like August. Where would that be
Okay.
coming from? I don't know. Let me know when that
Um.
happens, but I am getting that. Um,
Yeah.
and also, I would try to get a job. Are you looking for a new job? And then I'll jump off because I've got somebody waiting, but I really like you.
Kind of.
Um,
Yeah. Kind of. I am. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. The job you're at's not, I mean, it's fine. I'm all for jobs, but either get a side hustle or look for a job that kind of pays better or gives you more of a challenge or is more satisfying. Because you got a lot of
Hmm.
talents. You're a little wasted at this job. But if you
Yeah.
don't feel it's wise to leave, um, figure out a side hustle. You got a lot of talents. You're very cool. Did I
Yeah.
mention that?
Thank you. I know
All right,
you're
sweetie.
awesome.
What, dear?
Thank you so much. You're awesome.
Oh, you're awesome too. Bye, sweetie. Take care. It's great meeting you.
Okay. Have a good night. Thank you.
You
Nice
too,
meeting
love.
you too.
Cool. Come back next week. Thanks. I love my callers. I get the best people. The best. They're always great, except for a guy a couple weeks ago, but aside from him. And then somebody about 6 months ago, but she was drunk. Okay. I'm going to sit here and stare at my phone like a lovesick teenager waiting for your call. Meanwhile, what can I tell you? Um, if you are feeling kind of off on Saturday, Sunday, there was a big eclipse, and it affected, was it Aries and Libra, I think. Aries and Libra. So if you were walking around feeling like, I don't know, your head was caught in a blender or something, um, that's why. Or maybe your head was caught in a blender, but I'm going with the eclipse. Um, it's still new moon energy. Oh, do we have somebody else?
8 is not
Oh, okay. Um, so new moon energy, which we have right now, is really good for starting projects, thinking bigger, taking kind of not huge risks. I mean, don't go skydiving because really, why would anybody do that? Why jump out of a plane? Life is scary enough. Um, but take some small risks. Maybe tell somebody you really like that you like them. Maybe send out that short story to a magazine if you're a writer. If you're an artist, go approach your local gallery or restaurant, see if they want to hang and sell your paintings. You get the idea here. So it's a really good time to take some risks. It's Aries season, and Aries is a fire sign. Yes, my shoulder is on fire. And during Aries season, excuse me, it's a really good idea to start things. So everything from the Fool card we got in the uh, psychic tarot, whether before from the to the actual fire behind me to us being in Aries, a lot of fire going on, a lot of starts. Aries is. I'm sorry, I keep hearing a noise. Oh, okay. Apparently, we've somebody named Stephanie, whose name didn't appear on the screen, Dave. But hi, Stephanie. Where are you calling from?
Hello, Royalton, Illinois.
Oh, cool. I love Illinois. I used to live there. Um, and do you spell your name with an F or PH?
PH. I
That's
talked to
cool.
you last week, I believe.
Oh my God, Stephanie. Yeah.
Yeah,
How are you, darling?
I'm doing all right. I'm fighting the tornadoes. We're having very bad weather here.
Oh yeah. Is it oh golly. Um,
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. What do you get? We had tornadoes here a couple weeks ago. Dun, 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 dun. I'll get you, my
It
pretty, and your little dog too. Okay, I'm done. When is? Tell me your birthday again, love.
is October 31st of 1981. Halloween, baby.
You're just a baby. Hi, sweetie. I love Scorpios.
Hi.
Us Pisces. I've got a PhD in Scorpios. Woo! How can I help
Oh,
you this week?
well.
I don't think I've ever gotten this in person twice. I'm so glad it was you.
uh, well, this week I might have landed a good job. And then
Oh,
I'm
wow.
hoping maybe we can just see something general, something to look up in the future to come soon.
I'm having a little, hold on. I usually have captions. I'm having a little hard time hearing you. I don't know what. Oh, captions. There we go. There. Yay. Okay, let's try that again. This again because I'm old and deaf. So, did you say you're getting a job?
Yes, I think I landed an online stay-at-home job, and um, it sounds it sounds pretty good, and I'm hoping it's the best thing for the future. Get me out some
I think
debt.
it's good.
Um,
Are we sure it's legit? I get a little scared about online jobs. It's
yeah,
legit. I just checked. It's okay. I think you'll have this for about 6 to 9 months, and then something you really like is going to come along. But I think this is fine for the time being. And they're paying you, right?
$25 an hour.
Damn, girl.
I
Get
know.
down with your balls. Cool. Send me some money. Sorry. Someday that's going to
Oh,
work.
I will.
Um,
I will pay it forward.
how can I help you, my darling? Feels. Oh, we got 1 minute. I'm going to tell you. Sorry. I'm going to tell you quickly what I'm getting for you. Your love life is about to change. I think it's in a really good way. The new job is going to work out. There's going to be a bump in the road about 2 weeks from now. Just hear my voice saying it's temporary and keep going. Be a little careful. I see you tripping and maybe spraining your left ankle. So walk carefully so that doesn't happen. Something really interesting is happening in your love life. What is it? I'll tell you what. If you can get in touch with me, my name is Peri Lyons, Perilyons, on Facebook. Get in touch with me, and I'll send you the rest of what I'm getting. I'm sorry I couldn't give you enough time, but I'm so happy to hear your voice. I do want to make a quick announcement, which is that Time Out magazine named the 5 best psychics in New York states, and I was one of them. So I just want to share that with you, Stephanie, because you're really supportive and I think you're great. In fact, I think you're all great, and that color looks wonderful on you. Stephanie, get in touch with me and I'll give you a few minutes on me, okay?